There's been a recurring disappointment from some people in the Abridgment audience how some of the largest channels in the niche only release 1 or 2 episodes a year, allowing very small channels who abridge merely as a passion to outpace them in quantity of content. In order to find a workaround for this issue and release more content consistently, I decided to break down all the content I made into 12 parts. That way I could release something at the beginning of every single month. I've succeeded in that. 12 episodes, roughly 2 hours worth of content. Unfortunately, it still takes me roughly 40 hours to create a 10-minute episode, and since I'm full-time, the only way to keep up this pace would be editing for like 5 hours on every Saturday and Sunday. Since there's only roughly 8 weekend days each month, that would take up a lot of my free time. Obviously, I could spend more time than that. Once I finish work, I can edit some more, but hopefully this conveys how much time it takes to produce a single episode. That wasn't much of an issue in years prior when I was working part-time and had ample passion, but over the past 2 years, I've lost a lot of steam, so I don't want to spend the majority of my free time creating parodies that I don't care that much about. This isn't a going away video. I still have 2 episodes of a Spy X Family abridgment waiting to be released, in addition to a couple episodes for a Cyberpunk Edge Runner series that I'm about halfway through editing. Those things will probably only account for 3 or 5 videos next year, so I still have a lot of work to do in order to maintain my monthly content spree. There's no real reason for me to keep making monthly content, it just feels good to do since most other abridgment channels don't, or can't put out that much. It's entirely an ego thing and not grounded in logic, much like other YouTube channels who refuse to stop daily uploading just because they like the idea of being a YouTuber who uploads daily. Anyways, I gotta peek at my work schedule for the next year, and it's going to be a lot. Thankfully, I have about 3 weeks of vacation time to finish up my Cyberpunk Edge Runners parody and hopefully make 8 other episodes. I mentioned the time stuff earlier to let you know the episodes probably won't be as long, like, as a baseline, maybe like 3 minutes or so, which I know will be disappointing, which is why my goal will be to have a goofy video at least every other week, so that way even if it's less total minutes, it's more frequent. Comedies are also some of the most rewatchable content out there too, because there's probably a lot of jokes and references you didn't catch on your first watch through that you will on the second time. Small example of that is, even though I've watched She-Ra over a dozen times, I've seen BoJack Horseman 16 times and enjoy it every single time because there's bits and references that I miss every time I watch it. I mentioned that to encourage you to rewatch my already complete abridgments. Anyway, here's to another year of abridging. Happy New Year's.